Not the Breakfast Club supporting Mistress Clarissa Shields. Are they all on the payroll? I thought these were personal friends of Remy Ma, but boy, was I completely wrong. Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. So, today we are talking Claressa Shields. Surprise, surprise. AKA Pap's Mistress. AKA Pap's Entanglement. AKA Pap's Pick Me. AKA Pap's Side Chick. Or as Chris Cyborg would say, it is duck hunting season. So the Breakfast Club has decided to come in on the Claressa Shields sweepstakes, come in and give Claressa Shields that mistress stimulus package boost and all of the things, because what has gone viral is none of the interviews that Claressa has done promoting the fight. All they want to discuss is Pap and Remy, or Remy and Pap. And Claressa, it hasn't clocked for her that they see her as a non-factor as well. You know what I'm saying? That they're playing in her face as well. But she wants to, you know what I'm saying, fall on the sword for this married man. She is still in the comments on the Breakfast Club saying that Pap is separated and all of the things. She is completely in the land of Delulu. And I want to say this before we get into the clip. Just because somebody has filed for a divorce doesn't mean a divorce is going to be finalized. Let me say that again. Just because somebody has filed for a divorce doesn't mean a divorce is going to be finalized. Remy had been trying to get an uncontested divorce with Pap. Sent over paperwork multiple times. I don't want nothing from your broke ASS. You know what I'm saying? Just sign on the dotted line so I could be free of your shenanigans. You do not have anything to your name to the point you had to pawn my jewelry. Just sign on the dotted line. And Pap refused. Y'all want to bring up Easy the Black Captain? Guess who was still sleeping on the couch after that? Pap. Because Pap did not want to let Remy go, and he still does not want to let Remy go. The only reason Claressa, Pap filed that ridiculous and bogus crumbled up piece of paper divorce is because ultimately Remy had exposed y'all again. Remy had exposed y'all again because where did y'all come from? Oh, the Breakfast Club. And you wanted to insert yourself, Claressa, to speak on Pap and Remy's marriage as if you are married to them. As if you are legally married to Remy and Pap. Last I checked, it's Remy and Pap who's legally married. And the interviewer did her thing. Finally, someone asked, how much longer are you going to be a goof troop for a married man? Finally, somebody is asking the right questions instead of tippy-toeing around the nonsense of it all. That should have been questions asked by the Breakfast Club and by Way Up with Angela Yee and all of the things. But again, they didn't want to touch that. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want to touch that at all. Make it make sense. So this has obviously created a lot of discourse. For some reason, people want Remy to be attacked so bad, and people do not have the knowledge that Remy has already done an interview with Angie Martinez, letting the people know that she's single as a Pringle. And Claressa is still bringing up nonsense that Remy has somebody, and she's doing that to justify her with Remy's husband. And you can't do that. You can't play that game, Claressa, because ultimately you are still a mistress. You are still a side chick. You are still an entanglement. You are still a pick-me. He did not file that bogus divorce with no divorce proceedings because of you, because he wants to commit to you, because he wants a future with you. It was very performative in response to Remy. And if he allegedly wants any shmoney from the mogul Remy Ma, guess what? Guess what, Clarissa? That there is never going to be a divorce. There is never going to be a divorce that is finalized, which means for Neil in the foreseeable future, guess who's still paying his health insurance? His wife. Guess if something happens to Pap and he is in the hospital and somebody needs to make a medical decision, guess who's going to be responsible? His wife. Guess if something unfortunate happens, and this is not me wishing something unfortunate to happen, but I'm saying all this to say that Remy holds all the cards. Remy legally is still his wife and can make any decision she wants to make. When it is all said and done, you have no power. You are a mistress. You have no rights. Nothing legally to Pap. And that is what's not clocking for you. That is not what's clicking for you. That if anything happens to this man, you are just a memory. You are just a fling that plotted on Remy's husband. And for a couple of years in the public, looked like a goof troop doing it. Which is why we said if Pap was really serious about you, he would do everything in his power to get his divorce finalized. If there is even divorce proceedings to begin with. But if he is on the nonsense that he knows that he can still stick around with his current come up and not let go of all of the fanfare and A-list, everything that is associated with Remy, he's going to do it. That man misses his wife. That man realizes he is in too deep with you, Clarissa, but he is too pissed off that Remy doesn't want him back to say or do anything about it as a man, right? So that's on that. But I want to get into what the Breakfast Club had to say because I feel like I'm going to be irritated once again. So without further ado, I have to clip up the clips because of YouTube guidelines, and I can't show the video because of YouTube guidelines, because what happens with iHeart and the Breakfast Club is they hit those strikes. They hit those strikes. They hit those flags if you display their content. So I'm not trying to play those games. So we're just going to get to the audio and then give reaction.
Claressa Shields, she is out and about right now. You guys know she's promoting her fight that she has in Atlanta August 15th.
Yes.
She stopped by a radio show in Atlanta with Young Jock and Shanika.
That ain't just no radio show. That's the Screech morning takeover.
Yeah, I did.
Young Jock and Miss Shanika and Shorty.
Like how I can say and what.
Yeah, you can show. Yeah, they the homies. They the homies.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so Streets Not for Five with Young Jock and Miss Shanika. And they were having a conversation about all things. Talked to her about boxing and all the things, but they brought up the her and Papoose. Let's take a listen.
How much longer are you willing to be in a relationship with somebody's husband? Because at the end of the day, that's what people are looking at.
Well, pause. Okay, pause, because that's not somebody's husband.
A couple of things I find interesting is Charlemagne wants to pick and choose when Lauren LaRosa is not giving proper credit or saying the correct podcast name or the correct host or all the things. Interesting. Also interesting, y'all peep that they're laughing. That they are laughing at Claressa being asked this question, but when Claressa is in their faces, they did not have the cojones to ask Claressa Shields said question. And even listening to this again, you know what I'm saying? Claressa saying that's not a married man. This is what Claressa has convinced herself. Legally, Pap is still Remy's husband. If there was any type of divorce decree, you would be shouting from the rooftops that Pap is legally single, but he is not. So now you're trying to say, oh, no one wants to say the word divorce. We can say the word divorce, except for you cannot provide us receipts of any divorce proceedings. That is what the people are looking for in New York, in New Jersey, in North Carolina, in Michigan, in Las Vegas, and in California, wherever allegedly there's properties. There is no divorce records, at least from what I've seen, unless they're going under a different name or whatever the case may be. I have not seen any divorce proceedings. Let's continue.
Papoose filed for divorce. Y'all hate to say that word, but it's the word that's out there. He filed for divorce because he's serious about me. So I'm not with somebody's husband.
Okay.
And if you're going to call him her husband, make sure you call her his wife. And also hold her accountable for what she's doing in her life. Because she has a man who she's big about. So don't make it seem like it's just one-sided. I'm not with somebody's husband. I'm with the man who filed for divorce, who's serious about me, who has done things for me that I've done for him. So that's not what it is.
You can hear Charlemagne still laughing in the background with all of this because he's never going to say these types of questions or ask these types of questions in Claressa's face. And it's also not lost on me that this is, DJ Envy and Charlemagne have both cheated on their wives. So they understand the delusions of a mistress. They understand the delusions of a side chick. They understand the delusions of a pick-me. You know what I'm saying? That thinks that they have a prize in a married man, and there is always a chance that married man can always go back to his wife no matter how bad y'all think it is. No matter how bad y'all think it seems. And even when things appeared so horrible, Remy Ma and Pat put that aside to go hang out at Daniel's Leather last Christmas. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, no matter how bad it is, there's always that opportunity, even if they're, not seeing eye to eye, not spending time together, or whatever the case may be. Claressa can never say that there's active divorce proceedings. That's why she keeps trying to throw in that separated narrative. And ultimately, you know what I'm saying? She's going to be the one on the outside looking in when it's all said and done. Whether this divorce actually happens or not, Claressa is going to continue to get asked these questions or get drug up and through this internet for as long as Pap is still legally married. And Pap don't care because he feels any attention is good attention, especially if it's linked to Remy Ma. But again, where's the receipts that Remy has a man in 2026? How come all of the FBI agents, all the CIA agents, all the private investigators, all the detectives have not been able to locate what man Remy Ma is with in 2026? And that's what I'm saying. Claressa is trying to play this game of whataboutism that is not going to work for her. Let's continue.
Close your mouth.
Hold on, I need to say something. Y'all know I love Claressa Shields. Drop on the cool bomb for Claressa Shields. For sure. But I love me some Miss Shanika too.
Yo, that was a drop a bomb
Miss
for her.
Shanika has been one of my favorite radio personalities for a long time. I done said this before, like since the days of Wendy Williams. That's how long me and Miss Shanika known each other. That was great.
No, that was. that was.
I'm just telling you. That was great.
And it took a little heart too, because you're talking to a
Claressa
boxer.
ain't playing no
You're talking to
games.
a boxer.
Okay.
You drop a bomb for one time.
Can I hear the question one more time? I ain't trying to stir nothing up. I just like good radio. I'm a fan of good radio. That was good radio.
You're a
That's
weirdo.
Good media.
You're a weirdo. Go ahead,
Let me hear that.
Anytime you have to say, I love so-and-so, but that means something messy, something negative is going to be right in the follow-up. You know what I'm saying? So basically, you like that the other radio hosts, the other radio stations are asking the questions we've been asking, as long as it's not you, because y'all are too PR'd up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are too PR'd up for these celebrities that got y'all on the payroll. But you are fine laughing at someone else's expense when it is happening via another radio station. Let's continue.
Longer are you willing to be in a relationship with somebody's husband?
Stop right there.
Damn.
Hey.
That was old school.
Hey, by the way, great answer from Claressa, because Claressa could have took that another way too. She was very poised.
Yeah.
And she answered the question.
Now, Charlemagne, where on earth did Claressa answer that with poise and gave an answer? She does the whataboutism stuff. She does what about Remy Ma? What about her? She's got a man. Why isn't she getting dragged? And Claressa, it hasn't clocked for her that Remy is not even if let's say she did have somebody, but Remy told us in an interview she's single, right? Let's say she did have somebody. She's not going to be the one to put it out there. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason that Easy the Black Captain got exposed was because somebody wanted to put it out there in hopes that it was going to increase Pap stocks of him looking like this loyal husband. And it temporarily worked. Some of y'all fell for the okie doke until Remy spilled the beans that man been a cheater. And not only that, Pap was still sleeping on Remy's couch until Remy exposed him and Claressa. Let's continue.
Gave a very good answer.
She used to it now,
That's
though.
some good radio right there.
Now nobody goes that direct.
But
That was
gonna
good.
say, she
No,
used
nobody's
to it, but
that
she
direct.
That was old school radio.
Nobody's that direct, but she know what
Miss
people
Shanika
want to get to.
Miss Shanika been being that direct for years.
I love it.
Okay.
This is Clarissa first time up there.
That's
I'm
Wendy
assuming.
Williams, Miss Jones
Oh,
radio
that's
right there.
Clarissa's first time there.
Gotta be,
The
because she
show
would have
is-
been asked that question then. That's crazy.
Point.
Whoosh. Okay.
She answered
Yeah.
it. That was a great
Great.
question. That was great radio.
But she's going to continue to get that question until.
no, she's
Yes.
not.
Well,
Ain't
no,
nobody
not like
else
that.
gonna ask her that.
Not like that.
No,
Not like that.
Ain't nobody gonna ask her
Absolutely
that.
not like that.
They will.
Ain't nobody
Not
gonna
like
ask her
that. They will. Not
Nobody
like that,
ever
though.
has.
Right.
Not even when she was
Nobody
here,
gonna
I didn't
ask
ask her
that.
it that directly because every
Nah.
time
No,
she was
they'll
like,
ask her
wanting to get away.
not that directly.
Yeah.
They'll ask. They'll fish. They'll fish around.
I
it.
love both of them sisters though. I just want y'all to know that.
Yeah.
But I'm also a fan.
Clarissa gonna be
I'm a
pissed that
fan
you
of
ran that
great
back.
radio. I'm a fan of great radio. That was good radio.
Y'all peep how Charlemagne is directing his response to basically saying he likes good radio, he likes messy radio, he likes old school radio, but he does not want to deal with the actual answer at hand, which is a mistress being in denial that a married man is going to follow through with a divorce to be with her. Y'all peep that, right? Y'all peep that. And even, was that just hilarious? That was like, Clarissa's going to get you? Well, no, she's in the comments and liking the post and everything else. So she just likes the fact that she's getting clout and attention from the Breakfast Club, which is what this is all about. Let's continue.
Okay.
Well-
and it was great on both ends because all Miss Shanika did was ask a question.
Correct.
And Clarissa answered it. Kept it moving.
The sad thing is,
That's it.
I didn't even hear the answer. I just heard the question.
No, the answer was great.
I was
Right,
shocked.
that was a
Yeah,
good
I
answer
was
from
definitely
Clarissa.
shocked.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a great answer.
Any more questions like
But
that?
she cleared up a lot. She cleared up a lot in her answer. She put it on the record.
I didn't know that. She said that Papoose filed for divorce because of her. I didn't know that. That was new
because
for me
of
to hear.
Clarissa?
Yeah, that was. I thought that they
okay.
had just gotten to the point where they didn't want to be together anymore.
Exactly.
But she was
Right.
like, no, because of how serious he is and intentional about this relation. I mean, I'm paraphrasing. She said it was because of her.
That's
so.
the type of radio I like. I like when people talk to each other. If you got something you want to ask me and allow me to answer in front of you. Okay, don't do the sucker stuff where you talk about me when I'm
Yeah,
not
when you
there,
go.
and then if I want to reply, you get mad.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Lauren LaRosa, that's wrong. That is not accurate information. What happened was when Pap and Clarissa were on the Breakfast Club on y'all platform back in May of 2025, and you guys, were asking Pap about him and Remy's status, and Clarissa wanted to jump in and talk about, their marriage as if she was married to them. Remy got online and cussed they ASSESs out. That's what happened. And then that's what led to Pap doing that performative divorce filing. It has nothing to do with Clarissa Shields. It has everything to do with Remy every time Remy puts Pap on blast, he would have a, reaction to it. But there are no divorce proceedings. That's the whole thing. That's why Clarissa keeps saying, oh, he separated. Oh, he filed for divorce. She knows there's no divorce proceedings because he's laid up with his mistress. Like, I need y'all to stop the glazing of Clarissa Shields and stop being afraid of her. And let's tell the truth. And for some people who are alleging to be personal friends of Remy, this is a flat out joke. The only smart thing that was done in this segment was to not mention Remy's name. But to say that you like Clarissa's answer of playing a game of whataboutism with Remy Ma makes zero sense. Makes zero sense because I've not heard anybody say, oh yeah, I've seen Remy out with her new man and all of this and all that. That there is no man. There is no man. I can't believe that y'all just defend Clarissa Shields lying just a lot out here and y'all don't check it. Why do y'all believe so bad Clarissa's words are the gospel when she has been caught up in way too many lies to count at this point? If Pap really filed for Remy, why isn't there a divorce that is final? Why isn't there any divorce proceedings? Why isn't there a divorce decree? It is very simple because Pap does not want one. And if he did want one, he was trying to get access to Remy Shmoney, which is also not going to happen. So you're back at square one, which is you're dealing with a married man who does not want to let go of his wife unless there's financial compensation. Because it's clear that the both of y'all don't got it like that financially if he is begging his wife for shmoney. So, anyways, that is it for this video. I need y'all to do y'all biggest one and my biggest favor, and that is to hype the video. Hype the video, please. There's that. That is it. That is all. It's Todos SB now. It's Benito. It's the end of the road. It's the end of the line for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post the content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.